Hi Leo, welcome to your April 2022 astrological forecast. So the month starts off with Mars still in Aquarius up until like the 14th. It will move into Pisces after that, and Venus is still in Aquarius up till the 4th, okay? Along with Saturn, still in Aquarius in your 7th house, where you have the sign of Aquarius. You know, it is your opposite sign. So, seventh house is your close relationships and partnerships. So if you've been having a little bit more contact with, let's say, like a close friend or romantic partner, business partner, something or other, as far as your will against their will, something like that, you know, it's understandable. With Mars here is usually when someone's a little bit aggressive towards you at this time. I've mentioned that, I believe, last month when Mars first moved here. So, you know, Venus will, like I said, be leaving. So you'll just have to contend with Mars up until the 14th. And that might be when somebody really gets a little bit even more pushy. You know, they could have started something last month and pick it up again, you know. Usually it's you know, just someone, this is also the house of arrangements and agreements, even legal arrangements and agreements. It's contracts, even, you know. So I think I might have even mentioned if someone tries to get you to sign on the dotted line, it's not a good idea. Okay, if they're being very pushy towards you, aggressive. Okay, it's a house of lawyers also. So, and open enemies. Okay, so, and competition. So just keep that in mind. It'll be moving soon enough. Like on the 14th, okay? Mars moves into Pisces in your 8th house where you have Pisces. Venus moves here on the 5th and is here like the whole month. And Jupiter and Neptune are already here. So, you know, the 8th house is a money house. It is other people's money and resources, but it's also shared resources, like with a partner. Okay, it's also shared debt, though. So some of this could be coming from that, you know, seventh house Aquarius stuff with someone trying to get you to, I don't know, part with something or other. You know, having Jupiter here, you know, you should be on the receiving end of actually what's due you, you know. But this is the house of inheritances and legacies, you know. So you could have been left something by someone. You could have someone, one of these close relationships, trying to talk you into doing something with it. If it's money, maybe they want you to invest it, or they feel that whatever, you should do whatever they say with it. If it's resources of some kind, the same thing. You know, maybe they even want you to share it with them, or maybe they feel that you should for some reason or other. Who knows why, right? So that's just something to think about to protect your interest. I've mentioned many, many times having Neptune here by itself before Jupiter moved here sometimes makes you, with this combination of the two, makes you very generous, like charitable and stuff. I mean, somebody could hit you with a sob story and you would part with whatever it is that you have, which is very, very bad. Not a good idea for you, okay? Keep that in mind. But when Neptune is just here by itself, I've already said, you know, about identity theft and credit card purchases that aren't yours, charges on your bank statements and fees and all this other crap, you know, and even like insurance that you did not sign up for. You know, things like that. You just have to keep an eye out, even more so now. But having Mars here, and especially Venus and Jupiter together, I mean, you know, you couldn't want for more, right? Venus attracts things to you that you need, okay? Jupiter is the planet of good fortune. I'm going to have to tell you that I would gamble, you know. Not big, not a big gamble, okay? Because remember now, too, you know, you have Saturn, again, in Aquarius, okay? Sometimes in astrology, like certain conjunctions are very beneficial, but everybody thinks trines are like the way to go. It's something that you would, it's a good thing. Trines are always a good thing. But sometimes they're pretty weak on their own. Okay, they don't bring about enough, they don't have enough power on their own to create the circumstances that you want. So you need hard aspects, like an opposition. Okay, like Saturn in your opposite sign, opposing your sun or your ascendant or whatever planets you have in Leo. Okay, now you've got these conjunctions going on in your 8th house of Pisces, and these are really nice planets all together. So I would have to say that you could really, see something or other, receive some kind of benefit from a little bit of a gamble, not a lot, but I would play the lottery. I would enter contests of any kind. I know publishers, clearinghouses like bombarding everybody with tons of junk mail. I don't know about that. I don't know about entering that, but who knows? You could be one of those that I've never known anyone that's won one, right? But you could be one of those. You could be those 1 in a million publishers clearinghouse winners. But you know what? I think your luck is probably better just playing like the lottery, your local lottery, or I don't know, anything. Don't speculate too much though. But this is almost sometimes the only time an opposition from a hard aspect of an opposition from Saturn, especially, or one of those kind of planets like Pluto or something like that. This is one of the few times where it's beneficial, okay? You need that hard aspect for a win, okay? Anyways, not always. I mean, you could win without it, but it really helps. It helps, okay? So I want to go back to, though, Pluto, okay, is turning retrograde on the 29th. You have Pluto in your 6th house of Capricorn. This is your house of health, okay? This was a very busy house with all these planets in here. It's also the workplace, kind of work that you do, like your work schedule, co-workers, all that stuff. So there was all kinds of crap going on with them for like how many years, past so many years. But like all this stuff left that area now, and all that's left is Pluto. So, your health has changed in some way, okay? Hopefully for the better. Most of the time, it isn't. It's affected. Sometimes it's something that you picked up at work. The workplace. You were affected by something there. The air, something in the air, or faulty heating and cooling system with carbon monoxide coming into place, or chemicals from new carpeting or whatever. But all you know is you felt better when you went outside, right? So this is turning retrograde here. This 6th house is also the house of health, right? So you may want to really check into something like that. Maybe you never put 2 and 2 together. Maybe you never noticed your health, how the difference in your health when you're at certain places, or how it is now as compared to, let's say, like maybe 10 years ago. This could have been a gradual thing, or it could have been something that happened just like overnight, That's the thing with Pluto. You never know what it is, but it is always permanent, okay? So you might want to keep that in mind. When it turns retrograde, that's the time for you to really review and look back on anything actually. But in regards to your health would be like a really good idea. Okay, so anyway, so the sun, okay, is in Aries up until the 19th, and Mercury's here up until the 9th, and there's a new moon here on the 1st. So where you have Aries in your chart is your 9th house. Okay, this is the house of legal matters, among many other things, but this is a big travel and communication house, and it's long distance travel and communication, and possibly travel or communication or in contact with foreigners. Someone who lives in another country or comes from a completely different background than yours, a different culture of some kind. And this would be like the time where you would just like hear, from someone possibly that, that lives at a distance, something like that. You could be traveling. It's not like real heavy in your chart right now, though. But the new moon here, it's in effect for a few days before and after the first when it occurs. So you could actually get some kind of, I don't know, message that could be, I don't know, like news of some kind, okay? Because there's a full moon on the 16th in Libra, okay? You have Libra in your chart on your third house. It's directly across from your ninth house of Aries. So you could get wind of something, let's say around the 1st, okay? Some kind of news. It could be in regards to a legal matter. It could be regarding like a friend who lives at a distance, okay? So by the time the full moon rolls around, you're getting more news on maybe something that occurred or happened with them, or, whatever. You're just, somebody is possibly getting back to you in regards to something, okay? It's communication of some kind. Full moon brings an issue of some kind to the surface so it can be dealt with. So that's what's going on here. It'll be like the end of something, possibly. You'll at least know what happened or where you stand, even when it comes to, let's say, like a legal matter, okay? So the sun moves into Taurus on the 19th, and Mercury moves here on the 10th and is moving swiftly, okay, through Taurus and into Gemini on the 29th. And we'll cover that next month because it's only here for 2 days in April, and it's not going to affect you that much, but it's moving very quickly through Taurus in your 10th house of your career and your outer persona, your public persona, how you're known professionally and personally. It's your career, more or less, but it's how people view and speak about you, okay, publicly. And you have the planet Uranus here, okay, along with this Sun and Mercury, and a new moon, okay, on the 30th. New moon, partial solar eclipse in this area, okay? So the eclipse is going to make this new moon, the effects of the new moon, last longer than normal, okay? Now, this is the very top of your chart. The 10th house cusp is also known as the midheaven, if you've ever heard that term, right? So whatever is occurring here, I'd have to say, it could be a pretty public thing, You could be suddenly, having Uranus here does bring unpredictability into your life as far as things happening to you in public. Neither good nor bad. Some things are sometimes good, sometimes there are things that you'd rather didn't happen in a public arena, for other people to see or whatever, So it could be something like that, but this is a new moon, and new moons are good, okay? So it's occurring here in the public eye, possibly, if you were trying to get attention, you will get it, but a new beginning in your 10th house of your status, even your personal status, social status, okay, or career. There are people, though, that don't work or are retired, so, but you've still got a public persona, so people are discussing you, they're interested in you, you're the talk of the town, you could even become a media darling, okay? We don't know how long it's going to last, so you better milk it for all you can, okay? So, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Leo on, let's see here, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Yeah, okay, and the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aquarius, and those dates are the 23rd and 24th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for money is the 12th, 13th, 14th, 25th, 26th, 27th. The best time for your career is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 30th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 2nd, 14th, 15th, 16th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. So I'd like to thank my subscribers for your continued support. Thank you so much. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like and share it. And check out the links below in the description box. And also check out my weekly forecast. So I'll see you next week. Goodbye.